It doesn't matter. It's outside of warranty. They don't give a crap. Then you're left with a $26,000 bill. That's the bill that they were trying to stick me with to replace the battery. I really don't care enough to give them another dollar. I'll never buy another Tesla again. But anyways, that's a long way of me saying stay the fuck away from Teslas. They're brutal cars, brutal manufacturing, and even worse, they're a 10-year-old company. Do you think a 10-year-old company or 12 years old, doesn't matter, can create cars better than BMW?
Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Parts Talk. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate each and every one of you. So we're going to be doing a reaction from TikTok, and this is Mario Zelaya from here in Canada, who took to TikTok to vent his frustration about his Tesla. He says his battery died, locking him out of the vehicle, and that a new battery will cost him over $26,000 just to replace it. This video has gone viral, over 12 million views and still counting. Let's take a look here.
All right, so my piece of trash Tesla completely died. And because it died, it's got no battery. Because it's got no batteries and everything's completely dead. This is the complete battery, everything's done. I had to buy a new battery pack, costs like 26 grand. I'm not buying that. I'm not giving them another dime. But you see here, it's raining. It's dead. I can't access the inside, so I got to see if I could take apart the cone. I got someone willing to pay 20 grand. I can't even access the damn ownership. This is 2022, people. This is what the future looks like. A brand new electric vehicle, you can't even access the damn thing because they didn't think about how to do it. Worst off, they made it so the air conditioning condenser unit dumps all the water on top of the battery, so my battery is full of water, which is why it needs a new one. And now they're saying it's not covered under warranty, even though it started happening during the warranty period. This is why you should never buy a Tesla, people. Thing's complete trash. Stay away from it. Here I am, working like an animal, trying to get the fucking ownership out of the car, and I can't even get that. So, wish me luck. I'll post up another video and see if I make it.
So we have the other video from him to display how frustrated he has been and dealing with Tesla. But you must say that whenever a new vehicle comes to the market, it's going to come with all of the nuances that the average Joe will never understand. And that is why I always tell people to wait at least 5 to 10 years until it's out there. So let's take a look at some of these comments. And he says in the first comment here, I'm temporarily not allowed to post more videos due to multiple community guideline violations. Well, really, we all know how the system works these days. If you say something that they don't like, the authorities above, they will find a way how to make you quiet. He says, banned from posting until September 21st. I can't wait. I'm going to unleash. One comment says, has anyone tagged Elon on Twitter yet? One comment says, 4x4 diesel all the way. That's why they want to rid of diesel cars. They live forever. If looked after. My friend bought me the Mustang E. Owned it for 12 weeks. Spent 8 weeks in garage. Ford can't fix it. Now, bought it back. The future. One comment says, I know what the problem is. It ain't got no gas in it. Really no. Another one says, I've been telling everyone, get a Toyota. Well, that's true. Toyotas are known to be reliable and very efficient. Another one says, the same company who makes reusable rockets make disposable cars. Go figure. Another one says, this is why an all-electronic future isn't the answer. They can control everything by controlling energy. That is also debatable. Another one says, never go wrong with a Honda. For all the Honda owners out there, this is for you. One comment says, my 87 Camry looking pretty good. I won't go through all the comments because as you can see here, there are over 29,000 comments on this one post alone. Let's now look at his follow-up video.
All right, so I got an update on my piece of trash of a Tesla. For those who don't know, I'm trying to sell the car because the battery completely died. We're talking about the main battery that powers the car. This is the car right here. It's completely dead. I'm actually going to open up the garage to show you guys something in a second. But anyways, I can't sell the car because the ownership papers are in the car and I have no way of accessing it. And so, people are saying, dismantle the front, your car, you can do it, watch some YouTube. I don't have time for that. Like, in order to do it, you have to dismantle the wheel well in the front, or maybe, dismantle the...
Welcome to the life of a mechanic, because they have to do a series of steps in order to get to the initial problem. And that is why troubleshooting is important. Also, they studied for all this then because you're an owner, I may not know what your technical qualifications are, but he just can't be bothered with doing everything else on the vehicle. Let's continue.
Cone, then reassemble it. Like, I don't have time for that. $30. I went to the equivalent of the DMV in the States. It's called Service Ontario. Got the ownership papers, cost me whatever, $30, but it's cheaper than calling a tow truck, cheaper than spending my time dismantling this piece of trash that won't even turn on. I'm gonna show you guys something now. My Tesla is charging. Fully charging. It's completely fine. For those who don't know the backstory, I bought this brand new in 2013. Cost me $140,000. Actually more like 142. Doesn't matter. Whatever. It's 140.
Yep. And when 2013, that's almost 10 years ago, the prices are being reduced. However, with the current pandemic and the war and everything else going on, some of the materials needed in order to manufacture these cars are consistently rising. No fault of the manufacturers. However, we want to ensure that as more manufacturers get in on manufacturing more EVs and making it available to us, we should see the prices being reduced as more models become readily available.
Grand, bought it brand new, been the only owner, so I didn't rebuy it off of anyone. Had the full warranty. Now what happened was Tesla has a few problems. In the 2013 and the 2014 models, the air conditioning condenser unit hose leaks on top of the battery. And over time, even in coastal areas, they've had a lot of problems with the 2013, 2014 models where the batteries get water in them. And, you're probably thinking like, I'm full of crap, I'm making this stuff up. I'm not. I got Transport Canada involved, and they actually did an investigation on the car. Not only did they do an investigation on this car, they're going to be doing one that Tesla doesn't realize is coming up, because I got in touch with another owner who has the exact same problem. The battery died. Tesla's trying to sweep it under the rug. They won't give them any explanation of why their battery died. They're basically trying to sweep it under the rug. And I just got notified by them that they canceled their Uber credits. So normally when you take your car in for service, they got to give you a rental. If they don't give you a rental, they give you these Uber credits so you can get around. Now they canceled it just because this person was asking questions. And the questions that they were asking was basically, I want to see the car and I want a full explanation of why it needs a new battery.
And why dealers are also important. Some dealers, that is. Don't write them off. They are good and they are bad dealerships. However, if you had a problem of any magnitude buying a brand new car, you can always take it back to that dealer. That dealer will try to work out as best as possible to make both entities happy. That is their duty. And the main reason why they emphasize on customer retention. We could go on and on and on. Now you see the importance of having that middleman sometimes, not all the times. But in this particular situation, that middleman is needed.
Battery. They canceled their Uber credits. It's basically like taking away your rental, and they have their car and they want to sign off on those same paperworks that I've shown in my other video where it's got a high voltage. Now Tesla is trying desperately to hide the fact that they have these issues with the batteries that need to be recalled, and it does need to be a recall. And this is why it's important for anyone who's out there right now watching that has any sort of Model S where you have battery issues, or you have water in the battery, or the battery needs to be replaced and it's no longer in service. The problem is the issue started while it was in service. When you get your vehicle serviced at Tesla, it doesn't matter how often you take the vehicle there, they never check the battery. They have no incentive to help you to make sure that the battery is fully functioning and running. By the time you find out there's an issue like I did, I was almost a year outside of the warranty. But do you think the rusting of the piece where that rusted through, that allowed water to get in, ended? Or sorry, do you think it completely just started in the last year? No, that's something that started during the warranty period. So if the issue starts during the warranty period and they have no incentive to check the battery, they never check the battery, even though you service it with...
Again, traditional manufacturers will highlight these problems and send a bulletin out and have recalls and everything else done. And they'll advise you to take the vehicle to the nearest dealer to have these problems remedied. No, you're seeing it firsthand here. Why I say you should wait.
Them all the time. It doesn't matter. It's outside of warranty. They don't give a crap. Then you're left with a $26,000 bill. That's the bill that they were trying to stick me with to replace the battery. I really don't care enough to give them another dollar. I'll never buy another Tesla again. But anyways, that's a long way of me saying stay the fuck away from Teslas. They're brutal cars, brutal manufacturing, and even worse, they're a 10-year-old company. Do you think a 10-year-old company or 12 years old, doesn't matter, can create cars better than BMW, Mercedes, or any of these other luxury car manufacturers that have been building cars for almost 100 years? I don't think so. They might be the first in the EV space, but it doesn't mean they're the right choice for you to pick an EV car. Learn from my experience, stay away from it.
Now you see why I encourage people to wait on the traditional manufacturers to get on board. I know the governments and various countries are trying to push it. The environment is at stake, but the traditional manufacturers, they have the experience in research and development. This is why they're taking baby steps in fully launching their entire EV line. In fact, some manufacturers will have a new model running around for years on the road, and they have to be fully satisfied until they will release those cars to the customers. I even had a video not so long ago about a customer who couldn't get a battery for his 2015 Nissan Leaf. Nissan and their dealers told him that, and they were adamant, get a new car, because they couldn't be bothered to go remanufacture these parts to have it readily available outside of what is on the manufacturer line. And that only shows the lack of vision in terms of after-sales service, which I emphasize here on my channel. Parts and service is as important as selling a vehicle, and as you can see here with this customer, he got the car, problem is now yours. Luckily, that owner of the 2015 Nissan Leaf, he stood his ground, he refused a new vehicle, he did what he had to do, he got his lawyers involved, and eventually they had to manufacture a brand new battery and have it replaced for him. Now, Tesla service centers, that's a whole different story which I'm going to touch on in another video. So what are your thoughts? Please leave your comments below. Remember to grab a copy of my ebook, The Parts Manager Guide. Please smash that like button on your way out. It'll only take you 1.5 seconds to do so. Until next time.